Brazeau County has declared an agricultural state of emergency in hopes of getting disaster relief assistance from the province. Some of these farmers have crops that have been destroyed by hail during the summer, and what was left was just destroyed by snow during harvest. Wildrose MLA Mark Smith laid out the case for help in the legislature. Here.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is serious. 84% of the spring wheat, 64% of the barley, and 79% of the oats planted in this county are still standing and unharvested. The economic consequences could be dire. And given that the energy industry is hurting so badly and that Mother Nature has just walloped our second largest industry, agriculture, what types of programs can the minister provide to these farmers who are calling for disaster assistance?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This season, again, has been a roller coaster for many of our producers, and it has indicated again how challenging or successful a particular year is depends completely on how Mother Nature chooses to respond. The delays in harvest of many parts of our province have substantially impacted the quality of crops, and there's tremendous concerns. And we take these issues very seriously. The Agri-Invest, Agri-Insurance, and Agri-Stability programs are available to help mitigate the potential effects of these types of conditions when they occur. But again, Mr. Speaker, we continue to work with the agriculture industry to provide support.
Minister of Municipal Affairs Danielle Larrabee said there would be disaster relief programs available to help these farmers who, in some cases, have 80% of their crops still in the field. Great, but that's a one-time fix. There's more they could do. What Larrabee didn't say was that she would back off on Bill 6, the NDP's farm unionization law, dressed up as a benign and benevolent safety legislation. That bill can add thousands of dollars per year to a farmer's expenses through changes to the minimum wage and through workers' compensation premiums. And Larrabee also didn't say that the NDP would back off on the carbon tax that will cripple farmers. The Saskatchewan government says that the federal carbon tax will add up to $10,000 per year in cost to the average family farm, while the NDP carbon tax exempts farm fuel. It certainly doesn't exempt rail fuel, off-the-farm trucking fuel, natural gas for grain dryers and farm heating, and electricity. Farmers are already at the mercy of the weather. Every day the skies hold a farmer's fate, and we can see this especially now with all these crop losses through no fault of the farmers. But this hit in the pocketbook will be made even worse by NDP and Liberal policies. The NDP, no matter how much they carbon tax us, they just can't control the weather, but they can control how much more expensive they're making farming. An 80% crop loss because of the weather. Imagine an 80% drop in your annual income. And now, because of NDP policy, these farmers will have to pay a carbon tax on work just to get these lost crops off the field in the spring. And they'll have to pay WCB on the employees they need to hire just to help them, just so they can start again next year. It's outrageous. But if 200,000 unemployed Albertans isn't enough to get the NDP to back off on their ideological agenda and maybe even fight back against Trudeau, an agricultural disaster will never be enough. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Farmers are already beholden to the weather. Now they're beholden to the government. To ask Trudeau to back off on his ideological attacks on the agriculture sector, go to stopthecarbontax.com and sign our petition.